So this is a program to understand the inheritance concept, inheritance in groups. So So let us take into consideration the same example, because the naming conventions I took in the program that I have done was changed. So I'll take the same naming conventions so that we'll get a clarity on this. So this is a class definition. Let's first understand the class definition. We always have to make sure that we understand the program in a simplified, in distributed process, right, guys? Like, what we have to do is we have to make sure we split that program into parts and then understand. That would be the easiest way to understand. So let us understand this: public section, private section, and private section. Okay, and in the private section we have done. So each one of the sections, whether it might be public, private, protected, we are defining one particular variable. The common data, protected data, private data is a variable, and we are giving the value by default: accessible to all, protected data, private data, and all. Okay, and we have defined only one method, that is show val. Okay, so this is a definition part. Is the definition part clear for everyone? If you need any clarifications, I'll let you know. Yes, anybody?
Sir,
Yeah.
after public section, sir, after public section, they're using method, no, sir. Show value, right, sir?
Yes, yes,
And I think, yeah, the data which is we are going to define is visual to everyone, sir,
yes.
and anyone can see that, right?
Yeah, method, whatever we define. If you
Okay,
if
sir.
you define a method in the private section, you will not be able to call it from the actual program. That will
Yes, sir.
be a problem. So 99.9% we will always define methods in the public section only.
Yeah, that what we are going to define in public section, we can fetch. Anyone can fetch it, right, sir?
Yes. Okay, and it should be,
Thank you,
method
sir.
should always be defined like that, because you have to call it from the program, na? So if you have to call it from the program, it has to be defined like that only. Okay, so okay, this is the one. Now let's go with the implementation part. So implementation part, for which one we'll go for? Only for the methods which we have defined here. How many methods we have? Only one method, and that method is what we are going to use now. So class, parent class, implementation, and class, and here method show val. That's a method that we have declared there, show val end method. In this we are writing the, again, the logic. So in this method and method we are writing some code here that we'll understand here. This is the logic that we have. Okay, so these are the things that we have. Now in this, what are we doing is all data from parent class shown. Okay, so what are we doing? We are doing common data, protected data, and private data. We are trying to print all these things from the class perspective. So this code is written in class, but if we write in the program, what happens, we'll see. But we are right using the right statement in the parent class, the class itself. Okay. Okay. So now we'll go ahead with the class. Okay, now we are going for the child class as well in this, so that we can understand what is been in access from the child class, what is being not accessed from the child class. Now in this, we are defining a child class, and in child class we have only one method, subval. Okay, so there the method was showval, and here the method is subval. Okay, so remember yesterday's program also we wrote like this, right? Definition inheriting from. So actually we discussed it cut short, like class C1 definition inheriting from C2. Sorry, C2 inheriting from C1, just something like that, a bit like that. And then we have the class implementation. So class implementation for what? This subval. So we have to write like this, right? Class, child class, implementation, end class. So in implementation, what has to write, what has to be written, that whatever methods are there, what method is there here? Subval, end method, and here we'll go for this method, end method. So now the implementation part. Okay, in the implementation part, what we are writing is, we are writing the same thing: data of parent class shown from child. So what are we doing? We have common data and private data. If you write the private data, if let's say if you try to print this private data here, if I write here comma private data, it will throw an error. I will also show that. Okay, so first let me complete this to show that. Okay, so public, so we can select the public section and private section. Public and private both we can access from the child class. Okay, so then this is the implementation part of the subclass is also done. And now the actual program, this is the actual program that we are understanding here. So it should be normal inverted quotes. So now we'll understand the program. So in this program we have parent type reference to uh, parent class. This is the parent is what is an object. So parent is a object type. This one is like, okay, so type ref to child class. Now here we are creating two objects. One is parent, one is class. And then we have to write this create object also, right? So we have to write this create object. It's mandatory. Okay, so these are the two things that we have to do for the declaration part. One is we have to write the typeref2 parent class, and then we have to write create object. These are two mandate. So call method, we are calling the methods. We can also call multiple methods like this, one after the other. So the first one is the object name, object which is reference to the first class, show val. So it goes and executes show val. Now then it comes to the child class, it executes subval, and then it comes to here into our program, and there here we have the parent common data, and in the parent common data we are changing it here, we're changing here using changing public data. So you can change the public data from the program. Okay, you can do that, and it says like slash parent data. And now what is common data, what is the value in the common data? The value in common data is public data changed in subclass, that will be printed here. First what will be printed, accessible to all will be printed. Okay, then public data changed in subclass will be printed, then user changing public data will be printed. This is what we have. So this will be accessible to all, protected data, private data, data of parent shown from child. Okay, so this is the first one is shown from the class itself. We have write statements in the class, right? So the main class itself, and the subclass accessible to all protected data. These are only two things that will be printed in the program. In our actual program, public data changed in subclass, protected data changed in subclass, this will be printed using changing public data is what will be printed. So using changing public data is something which will be updated. The value is updated in the program. At the program level, it is updated. This is what we have. Okay, this is a program on the inheritance. So in this session, we are going to complete the tab strip control with wizard. That's what we're going to do. So in the tab strip control with wizard, we are going to create the wizard in the screen, and we're going to write the logic to display the data and also the update the data into the through the screens. So here we have this DXC underscore MP. We'll go for a C80 transaction or AC38 as you wish. Okay. So we'll simply write a modulable program here with the same tables which we have done that. So it will be so right click on this, create ZDXC underscore tab strip module pool underscore tab strip 1. So we'll go with tables IT underscore EMP type standard, sorry, types. We'll go with types IT underscore EMP type standard table of ST underscore EMP W underscore EMP type ST underscore EMP, and these are the two things that we have here. We'll update that, and once we have done this, activate it. Oh, so this should be, sorry, this should be that the table name, right? ZDXC underscore EMP ZDXC underscore EMP underscore EMP. IT underscore EMP, WA underscore EMP, and activate this. And we will create a table, and we can see the data, and also we can update the data. Both the things we can do it from one screen. That's what we'll do now. So for that, we'll be creating the screens for this. So this active, right click on this, create screen. You can create the screen from here as well. So screen number will give it as 100. As of now, I'm giving it as 100. And we are giving single screen. We can give multiple screens also. So first screen, we can do some login credentials, or you can give some initial values and then get the second screen. So, but as of now, I'm giving single screen. We'll go to the flow logic and comment these two. We have to make sure that these are been replicated into our program. So double click on it. Say yes. In the main program. If you do it in the include program, it will be confusing. So because it will go somewhere, and that include program name will be added in our program. So just save it. Back, then double click on this. Say yes. In the main program, say OK. This is what we have. So both the things have been saved. Just activate this and back, and back. Yeah. So we'll come to the screen, and in the screen, click on the layout, and we will create the tab strip control with wizard. We'll create the tab strip control with wizard. Now here, just increase this. Now we'll go for tab strip control with wizard. Last but third. Last but third. 1, 2, 3. Select this. Say OK. Browse it. Then we'll go ahead with the wizard. Continue. So you can give any name with for the table control. I'll give something like dxc underscore table control 1 tc1. Continue. The dictionary. So not the dictionary, we'll go for the internal table. Also internal table name that we have given there in the table in the program, we'll be able to see it here. So if you have declared any internal table, the list of all the internal tables which we have in the program, we should be able to see it here. Just let me see this. Tab standard table. Okay, fine. I'll give it manually. Layout. So we'll go for this tab strip control. Enter this. Then automatically the tab strip control screen will open. So just click on continue. Then dxc underscore tc1 is what we want to continue. Go ahead, continue. And then we'll give the internal table name as IT underscore EMP. Let me give it manually, and with work area, and the work area name also, get it. W underscore emp, click on continue. Okay, so we just need to activate this. Let's activate this and continue. I think then we'll come. So we just need to activate this because it's not detecting it. So let me first, okay, now it should detect. So we'll go with this tab strip, continue, DXCTC1, continue, internal table. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'll come up with this program completely. Okay, maybe now we'll be able to do that. Okay, so let me go from SE51 because it's obligating us here. Tab strip 1, screen 100, change, layout, we'll go for tab strip. Okay, continue, DXC1, internal table. Let me activate this. Anyways, we have come out of the program, right? So we are no more in that program now. We just came out of it. Okay, layout.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, actually you created a program that is executable program, not module program. I think that's why it's not going.
Okay, okay,
Yes, sir. I am getting, sir. I am getting. I
okay,
selected the module full program. I am getting disable lines there.
okay. That's a mistake. Yeah, for executable program, it will not come, guys. Okay, just let. That's the reason. That's the issue actually. So I'll go back with the normal executable program. Tab strip to recording. Okay, so we'll go ahead with the module tool program and we have right click, create. So in this, we'll go ahead with a module tool program name, tab strip 2, say OK, and in this we have to make it as module pull program and say okay. Once it's been done, we have to create an internal table in work area, which is of type the database table which we want to update. The database table that we want to update is here, and the table name is zdxc underscore emp. So we will go ahead with zdxc underscore emp. So we'll go for data it underscore emp, type standard table of zdxc underscore emp, w underscore emp, type zdxc underscore emp. So this is what we have to do it in the program. Activate it. Okay, once it's activated, we can create a screen for this. Right click on this. Let's create a screen. 100. Screen 100. Flow logic. And comment this. And comment this one as well. So make sure you create these things in the program. In the main program, say okay. Yes. Save it and back. And we need to create that module, second module as well. Once you have done and activated it, okay. So in this, we'll go ahead with the layout. We'll go for the tab strip with control. So that's the tab strip that we have to select. The last but third one we have to select and drag and drop this because we want to update the wizard. So in this wizard, we'll go for continue. Here we'll go ahead with the table control name, txt1, say continue, and internal program, internal table. So internal table name, we have to get it here. So the internal table name is it underscore emp, which we have defined in the program. And then we have to go for with work area, and the work area name is wa underscore emp. We'll select that, click on continue, and we have to select all the fields that we want here. I'm not selecting amenity because we don't want that. Continue. And output only or input control as well. So we'll go for input control as well. So output only means we'll get the list of all the things. We'll get the list of all the outputs. So what we'll do is initially first we'll do output only, then we'll do with the input control as well. The same thing. Okay. So second time we can do a bit quickly. This input control. So first let's complete the output only. We'll just get the output. Scroll means if you have more number of fields, we can just scroll like this down. So if you have to enable that scrolling, then we have to go for this scroll. So we'll go for continue. Then all these things automatically will be created. These include programs and all. Just say continue and then complete. So once it's been done, we will be able to create, we will be able to see the screen. So click on this push button. PB1. Save. Here. SABE. Save. PP2. Refresh. REF. Save. Then we have this bb3 set clear or exit, and we can write this as exit ext. I'm writing only just ext fct code. For SAVE, I'm doing it as just SAV. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. It will come as a tab strip now, and we have done it as a display only, right? So it will only be displayed now. So we can just get the data out on the screen. So automatically all this code will be generated by default by the system. This all code which you are able to see here is done by the system. Even if you go to the program now, we will be having a lot of code written there. So if we go back to the program, this is a program, right? So in the program also there is a lot of code that got generated now. This is all the code that got generated. Okay. So what we need to do is, since we have only few number of records in that particular table, let's write something like select in the output. Okay, not in the input. In the output we have to write. This is the output one, right? Select star from zdxc underscore emp into table it underscore emp. That's it. So no conditions. We are not writing any condition because we have very less number of records. It's okay. Just save it. Syntax check. Activate this program. Then we need to create a transaction code for that. Let's create a transaction code. Program and screen. Okay. The program name is this one. Screen number is 100. Save it. No. Say okay. zdxc underscore tc. zdxc underscore tc1. We get this. Okay, so we didn't write any logic for this, but when you click on this refresh, we'll get this. So if you click on anything, we'll get this records. So this is the data that we have in that particular table. So exit, we didn't write the logic, and save also. Save, we are not able, we will not be able to update the data here from the save because we need to make it input enabled. Okay, so we will also write a logic for the exit now. Yeah, here. It's currently editing. Okay, here. Okay, so input here, we'll write case sy ucom and case. So we'll just say when ext leave program. So when ext leave program, just save it and active. Okay, so we'll just activate. Once it's been activated, we'll go ahead with the option again. So we just say I have to enter. Click on enter something. You just need to enter, so you'll get the list of all the values here, which we have there. So exit will work now. Exit will work because exit we have written the logic for that. Okay, so this is about the tab strip control, simple logic, simple program. So in the next session, the next project that we are going to do, we're going to also edit the data in the backend. So when we enter the data and save it, it should be saving in the backend from that module pool screen, the tab strip control screen.